Hi, my name is Dr. Mark Bruner, and I'll be guiding you through this online class this summer, EDUC 2220, Exceptional and Special Needs Learners. Now, I met with several of you prior to the end of the semester, and we kind of walked through the syllabus fairly quickly. Some of you have enrolled in the class after the semester was over. And what I'd like to do is just sort of walk through the syllabus and use this opportunity to kind of give you an idea of what the class is about and how you can get started with the class on June 22nd. So if you bear with me, I'll kind of walk you through it. I will try to be as efficient as possible in terms of time, because I know listening to me is probably not the most exciting thing for you to do. But what I'd like you to do is to pull up your syllabus. You'll find that on the web page. And you'll also, I believe, I sent out a attached syllabus a couple of weeks ago. So if you would find that, have that ready, we'll kind of walk through at a fairly brisk pace. But I believe this will help orient you to the class. So if you look at the top of your syllabus, you can see the information regarding the class, number of credits, etc. You can also read the catalog description. The course will be focused on students with special needs, and we also have a research component that's related to the class that will help, I think, you apply some of the content that we'll be learning. There's, if we slide down a little bit, there's some faculty information, my name, my office in Goolsby, and my email address, my phone, and voicemail. Now, that's my home phone. That number, you're probably not familiar with that area code. That's a Florida area code. I live in Florida part of the year, and up at Young Harris part of the year. And in the summer, I'm back home here in Florida. And there's my cell number. Note communication in the class will be done through the Moodle site. Everything that I believe you'll need for the class will be on Moodle. Office hours, of course, this is an online class, so there's no office hours like we have during the school year, but feel free to contact me anytime beginning 9 a.m. And extending till about 9 p.m. And email me anytime or call me. I generally respond within a couple hours, but if you don't get a call back within 12 hours, or if I'm not contacting you within 12 hours, feel free to shoot me another email or another call. But I work really hard to try to respond to your needs. You can see the textbook there, and that's available at the bookstore. And also there's a small supplement called Case Studies for Reflection and Analysis. Now, in terms of technology, we will do a FaceTime check-in each week, and you have a time assigned to you, and I will email that out to you within the next day or two in case you forgot. You'll also need to purchase live text, and that applies to all but I believe one student in the class. So if you're planning on taking more than one education class beyond this class, you'll need to purchase live text. You can contact Jennifer Manis, our administrative assistant in our office, and she can set you up with live text. If you have any questions about live text or how to purchase it, please email me, and I'll be glad to help you with that. Class communication, I believe you can go ahead and read that on your own. I mentioned again the idea of FaceTime weekly, just face-to-face meeting for about 15 minutes, just to touch base. I did the FaceTime last summer for my summer class, EDUC 2220, and students appeared to really appreciate an opportunity to do a face-to-face at least once a week. You can look at dispositions. Those are the qualities that will help you become or help you be successful in the class. So please check those out and read that little section on dispositions. If you follow those dispositions, I believe that you will have a successful experience in the course. If you have any problems or issues with those dispositions, please feel free to let me know and we'll talk about that. And I'll do what I can to help support you in those areas that you may view as weak. There's the YHC mission statement, so you can read that on your own, and Young-Harris goals, you can read that on your own. The conceptual framework is really a framework that defines the work that we do in the education program at Young-Harris College. It's kind of a conceptual depiction of what's important to us. So as we slide down, you can read those. Those of you who are purchasing live text, as you are using live text in your other courses, you'll be putting together a portfolio, and that portfolio will be based around evidence that you are able to meet those particular categories, such as experiential meaning making, pedagogical practice that values the art and science of teaching, professional transformation, advocacy, and advocacy. So we won't be talking too much about those terms in this class, but it's important that you're familiar with the fact that we do have a conceptual framework and that it is comprised of those really key aspects of our program. You can also see a picture there of our conceptual framework and our classes and our courses and the concepts that we teach, all, and the experiences that we attempt to provide you, all kind of revolve around those five categories. This next part of the syllabus, there's a chart, and this basically just indicates to you that there are outcomes for the class. You can see those on the left-hand side, and that those outcomes correlate with national, state, program, and institutional standards. So basically says to you, you know, we've designed this course so that it is credible and that it is aligned with standards starting from the national all the way down to the institution level. Now, you're probably most interested in this aspect of the syllabus. This is what's required. So you can see on the left-hand side of this little chart the requirement, and on the right-hand side the number of points. So the first part of this terms of requirements, you can see that there's an action research paper that's due, and you can see the due dates, and you can see some information related to that research project. Now, on the Moodle site, there is information and directions on how to complete this research paper, and what we'll do is we'll talk about this paper during our first FaceTime chat, which will be next week. But review this. I think it will be very, very helpful. There's some good specific information here that will help you at least begin to think about your research paper. So the project, you'll have a research paper. It's going to be a 4 to 5 page paper where you're researching a particular topic related to exceptional learners. And then you'll also do an interview with someone that is knowledgeable of the area that you're focused in on. So you have two components, again, action research paper and then an interview that's related to that. And then on the 17th, when we come back in August, we will meet live in room 105, and you'll have a chance to share your project with our class through a 15-20 minute presentation. And again, I've got some information there you'll see in terms of best practices related to the presentation. But I've got some very specific information that I think will be helpful to you in terms of getting started on that project. Now, here's are some possible topics that you can choose for your research project, action research project. And notice on number 11, you can propose your own topic. So there might be something that you're most interested in. If you do have a topic that is of interest, then when we have our FaceTime chat, you can let me know what that is, and then we can talk about it. What I'd like you to do is to be thinking about what your topic will be, so that when we have our first chat next week, you'll be able to share that with me. Again, these are just some examples that I've listed there. The other requirement that you'll have will be what I call experiencing disabilities. This will be an activity that you'll do. It might be having someone blindfold you, and then you try to eat or cook a meal being blindfolded. It might be spending the morning in a wheelchair, moving around to different areas. It might be putting socks on your hands so you don't have use of your fingers, and attempting to eat. So I've got, again, on Moodle, I've got some ideas that you can choose from, and I'm going to ask you to choose an activity and then do a one-page reflection on it, and then I'll ask you to share that reflection on August 17th. We'll have a test after each chapter, so every week there will be a test, because our class covers a chapter a week. It's about a 50-item multiple choice test, and we'll talk about that as well in our chat. Now, the portfolio, the live text portfolio that most of you are purchasing, there's just a few things that you'll need to add to that portfolio. One is I'll ask you to add your research paper and your interview up there. And then there's also some dispositions that you will be assessing. You'll be doing a self-assessment on, and I'll talk to you when we have a FaceTime conference and show you what that's about. So there are just two things that you'll need to upload to your portfolio. I think you'll be able to do that very easily without too many issues or problems. And then I also have attendance, dispositions, and those kinds of things are making sure that you're checking in on our FaceTime conference call, that you're on time, that you meet the deadlines of the assignments, and that you return my emails and phone calls in a timely manner. So those will be as important as well. You can read the grading philosophy for your assignments, and I think this grading philosophy kind of lays out in good fashion how the course will be graded. You can also see the grading scale there. You can also see the attendance requirements. Again, you're pretty much on your own in terms of the online class, but following those dispositions in terms of being on time and turning in assignments on time will be very important. There's the academic honesty statement. And then what I have here is a little chart that kind of lays out the class, the chapters, the dates, the chapters, and then what to read in that little supplement that you'll be purchasing as well. Notice that the tests will be once a week. They'll be online, so you'll just, when you're on Moodle, you'll just click on the test. It'll open on Saturday morning, each week, Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, and it'll close at 11 o'clock Sunday evening. So you have that much, or you have that span of time in which to take the test, or to open the test, to start the test, and you'll have approximately 80 minutes to finish the test. So once the 80 minutes is up, the test closes, and then your results will be sent to you automatically. You're allowed to use your book. You're allowed to use your notes, and you can use all of those things when you are taking your test. But remember, you have a limited amount of time, and they must be done over that weekend span of time. So I'm hoping that this little calendar will help you. There's also a calendar on the Moodle site that you can open up, and it's a more general calendar, but I think that might help you as well. This is just a suggested weekly schedule. Monday, begin the chapter, take notes. Tuesday, complete the chapter in the text, take notes. Wednesday and Thursday, there's a PowerPoint that accompanies each chapter. I would strongly encourage you to watch the or to look at the PowerPoint and then look at the narration that's underneath each slide. There's commentary underneath each slide that I think will be helpful. I also have a video. It's not very exciting, but I'm talking through that content, and if you would like to watch that video, that is also on Moodle as well. And then Friday, there's a study guide, self-assessments. I would kind of get ready for the test. Saturday, if you want to, you can prepare for the test, and then and then Sunday would be the time you would take the test. You could take the test on Saturday if you want, but you also could take it on Sunday as well. There are the important dates, and I think that's about it. I'm going to try to switch over here to a PowerPoint, to the first PowerPoint, so you'll have a chance to see what that looks like. Let me pull that up real quick. Okay, hopefully you can see that. And I'm not sure if you're able to you can see that on the first slide that there's commentary here at below the slide. If you go to full screen, I believe you lose that commentary. So I just want you to be aware of the fact that if you view the screen, have the screen set up like this, where you have the PowerPoint slides on the left and then one slide here, you'll be able to see the commentary. Notice that as you're moving through the slides, there are links, little video links. I would strongly encourage you to listen to those. They're not very long, usually 3 to 5 minutes, but they will help you understand the content that we are working on. And let me slide down here. These first several slides are vocabulary words, and again, commentary at the bottom. And you'll see slides that look like this. They'll have like a blue background, or sometimes they'll have a red background. Those are review slides, so they help you kind of prepare for the test. So those are important as well. I call them checkup slides here. But notice that several checkup slides in Chapter 1. But notice that there are many, many slides for each chapter. Usually anywhere between 100 and 140 slides, depending on the chapter. Again, it has many review slides. So don't delay in viewing the PowerPoints, and make sure that you also look at the commentary underneath each slide. I can't emphasize enough the importance of the slides and the text together. If I were to read the chapter on Monday and Tuesday, and then use 2 days to study those slides, and then have that information ready. Again, on the Moodle site, see if I can pull that up as well for you. Bear with me. You're probably going to get to it in a different way than I do. Okay, as we look at the Moodle site, you notice that there's a little welcome, some information here welcoming you to the class, and I share some information about the class here, very similar to what I've just shared with you. There's the syllabus. There's nothing here under course news, so you don't need to look at that. And then a little bit about myself there. I also have in this section some important resources. There's the syllabus again, so you have it here and you have it here. Again, I don't think there's anything here in course news that will be of interest to you. A little bit about me, which will be very similar to what you have here. There's a calendar. Here's information on that action research paper that I was talking to you about. And this is information on that disability, I call it out-of-the-box disability activity. This is the one where you can choose to be in a wheelchair or to put socks over your hands, etc. And I'll mention this again when we have our first chat. And then you'll see that each week I've got information for you, PowerPoint. This is just some quotes that I thought were interesting. Each week you'll have the notes from the chapter, you'll have a study guide, you'll have a video in which I'm talking through those PowerPoints if you're interested. This will be the supplement chapter that you'll read. Those don't take very long, probably 15-20 minutes at the most to read, but they're very interesting, and I would strongly encourage you to read them. We'll probably talk a little bit about those also during our FaceTime chat. Then there's a self-study to help you get ready for the test, and then usually the self-study I'll have the answers, and then this is what you will click on when you're ready to take the test. So each week is pretty much set up the same way. PowerPoint, notes. This is a PowerPoint on Justin. I'll probably will delete this so you won't have to worry about looking at that. Your study guide, there's the videos. I broke this, since this was a pretty lengthy PowerPoint, I broke those up into 3 short videos, and then your self-assessment, and then your quiz. So I'm hoping that this helps you at least get you oriented to the class. Look for an email in the next day or two that has the times that we've agreed on in terms of our FaceTime little check-in conference. And feel free to call or email me if you have any questions. I look forward to working with you, and I hope this little video is helpful to you. Good luck.